Yo, Drake, what up? I got something to say.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown.
Hi, I'm Terminally Online, and I'm gonna make it everybody else's problem. So James Gunn has shout out the new Supergirl trailer, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's another example of where the superhero genre is today. Zero heroism, and can be boiled down to a pack of idiots with powers and them just running around until something happens. The director for this poor character's cry for help is Craig Gillespie, and it's being written by some chick called Ana Noguera. I don't care, I probably mispronounced those names, and I don't give a damn. So, last I checked, Ana hasn't exactly done much except acting for a while and then writing a few short films, and apparently is going to be the writer for the new Teen Titans Untitled movie. Sure, I mean, after Teen Titans Go, it can't possibly get any worse, right? Right? Screw it, 'tis the season to get shit-faced and I'm already halfway through a bottle. So, let's take a look. Oh wait, before we take a look, she's also written, or is going to be writing, the next Untitled Wonder Woman movie. Probably going to be underscored by ill-fitting 80s music, but what do I care? Most people think nostalgia when they think 80s. That and, well, when it comes to Wonder Woman, most people can barely name her rogue gallery or what she's actually about. You know, besides being a woman who DC can't decide if she can just solo the entire universe, or will get ragdolled by Darkseid and Doomsday. Mind you, characters that Superman can make eat their teeth. It's almost as if comic book characters are insanely inconsistent, and are dependent on who's writing. Anyway, I've wasted enough of your time. So let's take a look at this, as well as the artistic masterpiece that was the McDonald's Netherlands Christmas ad that pissed off everybody because it's AI. Now maybe it's just me, but when it comes to messy rooms littered by empty bottles and clothes, yeah, that stopped being a cool thing or being edgy after you hit 17. Here you got a dog licking the bottle. When did Supergirl become a Twitch streamer? I didn't know Craig was a fan of Alinity. Oh, look at me, listening to cool rock music while my dog pisses on Superman. I'm so edgy and awesome and cool. Gunn, James, Jimmy, Boobala. Oh, and Craig too. Wait, hold up, man. Am I the only one that is seeing the obvious James Gunn influence on this thing? I swear, this is fully his style. Anyway, guys, Superman is basically DC's face and center stage alongside Batman and Wonder Tits. I mean, James, my boy, I know Superman didn't do so well at the cinema, but come on, have a little class. Supergirl, meta-wise, wouldn't exist without the Kryptonian Boy Scout, so maybe a little respect to the OGs? Yeah, what am I saying? This is a present-day modern audience movie. Respect and love for the craft of storytelling as well as the properties that make these stories. All that died after Disney and WB got their hands on Marvel and DC respectively. Visited the Kennedys with this one. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I was too mean to the CW Supergirl. This may not be the worst timeline, but it sure as shit ain't a good one. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You know, once upon a time, DC used to be the face of the superhero genre, and... Wait, actually, I take that back. This is the current state of the superhero genre. Barely functioning, trauma-infused, and in a room smelling of dog piss. Mediocrity, thy name is DC. And yes, that includes the absolute universe. It's a dumb gimmick that at this point makes me want to beg DC just create new characters and then subject them to that absolute bullshit. These people are not the Trinity, and I am annoyed that my timeline is full of absolute far faster than sound. Wherever you're going, I'm pretty sure you can beat the speed of that whatever space bus you're on. With very little effort, if you know half the shit her and her cousin can do. But, fine, I guess the movie has to happen. So just ignore everything until that moment happens. But this is just supposed to get her to the place where everything is supposed to happen, where the inciting incident is supposed to take place, right? So my question is, why not just let her go to wherever she's going and showcase her abilities, instead of just trying to remind us of Hancock or pretend she's too cool for school and have apathy or whatever's going on in that head. Okay, what is with Hollywood and writing legendary heroes and characters to be deadbeats and bums? I mean, it is true Supergirl is lesser known to the mass public and is not a Girl Scout, especially when you compare it to her cousin. But, I mean, you could at least put some respect on her name and actually use her normal characteristics. She's got a lot of issues. Anger issues, pain and trauma from losing everything, the time displacement and the whole thing of losing meaning, and her whole thing of not being able to be like a proper hero to Earth because everybody either views her too much like a cousin or she's got a little bit of edge and intensity and can be hot-headed and all that. But why drink from the well of Woman of Tomorrow? I mean, Tom King is not exactly all that well liked in the comic book sphere, and that's coming from a guy who barely knows about comics. But what can I say? James Gunn likes his edge. But you could at least use her normal characteristics instead of turning into a character that might as well be a guest star on Shameless. You can't trust the West with anything, especially superheroes and women. They're either insufferable girl bosses or hot messes.
We love hot mess.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
Hey, not nice, DC. Marvel already cornered the market with Skybeams, okay? Also, yeah, for those who are probably confused, that's probably going to be Krypton going up in smoke, just like Diddy's career after the 50 documentary. So this is as good a time as any to get this off my chest. I know they're going to use this as a reason for being a fuck-up, but seriously, why are we using Taika Waititi's stunt with Thor and expecting different results? Thor became a joke after the midlife crisis crap, and now nobody can take him seriously as a character. Now, take this and whatever we're watching here and mix it with the Guardians vibe. It makes me not really take this seriously. I mean, why should I if all it does is just make her pathetic? Yes, Krypton got Alu Akbar'd, and it's traumatic, I get that. But the thing is, she's a superhero, meaning she's supposed to rise above it, even if it does haunt her on a personal level. Personal responsibility is a thing. And don't you think our hero should be the example of growth? If not then who? Who would be the characters we're supposed to inspire to? And make us better people and all that. It's kind of the point of superheroes. Also, when and where is any of this taking place? Because like Kara's supposed to be a teenager when she arrives on Earth in mind and body because of the whole time displacement thing, and becomes a civilian for a brief period before becoming a hero like Superman. Mind you, and at that point when she arrives on Earth, Superman has been active for a while before she even rocks up. But in Superman, the movie, when we see her come in and all that, it's like that movie makes it seem like he's only been doing this for like a few years. Like he just rocked up from Smallville. And one of the reasons she feels missionless is because Superman doesn't need protection. More comic book lore here, but the story is supposed to be Krypton goes up in smoke, Jor-El sends Superman to Earth, Kara's parents do the same, and instruct her to protect her cousin, who's an infant when all this is taking place. She's a teenager, and was trained to look after herself relatively by the Kryptonian military. Yeah, depending on what they changed in the comics. That was what I remember from her in the comics. Now, she gets knocked off course on the way and gets trapped in a spot and stays the same age mentally and physically, basically being put on pause while the rest of the universe and life continues. When she finally arrives on Earth, her cousin's all grown up and no longer needs her protection. So for a while, she just tries to figure out herself and figure everything out, and then becomes a superhero after some period of time. The reason for all this is so she can have memories of Krypton, despite looking and being younger than Superman when they meet. She doesn't have the same attachment to Earth like her cousin, but is still a good person at the end of the day. That's the base description of what Supergirl usually is. Here, she's 23, I looked it up in this, she's apparently supposed to be 23 here, but Superman looks like he just moved to Metropolis from Smallville. So why am I putting more effort than the writers in understanding how this universe works and its timeline? Screw it, moving on. This is a bad time to bring up that the whole girl boss trope is pretty much done with people, and then DC decides to bring in a girl who can literally punch and move planets and fistfight gods. Audience, you think this was a smart choice? In this present day, where even good movies with girls who can actually fight and take on bigger opponents fail at the box office? Who knows, maybe the name Supergirl will get people to take that seriously and just come in. I don't know. I mean, oh right, fight scene coming up. Look, man, unless they're on a planet that's sun is redder than Meek Mill and Justin Bieber's asses after a Diddy party, then yeah, no one in this is in any way a threat to her. The only reason that character next to her is going to be in any way in danger is if Supergirl is so shit-faced she makes a mistake, or is as irresponsible as a white girl on prom night. If you don't know by now, I'll save you the trouble. Unless Darkseid, Doomsday, Mongol, Lobo, or full-powered Brainiac rocks up, or any of them are packing kryptonite, yeah, none of them are touching her. There's nothing any of them can do to her. No, you know what? Kryptonians and DC characters in a whole are so BS, Darkseid had to literally rewrite the universe to screw with them. So when I see this scene playing out, all I can say to myself is, but I actually am excited to see Jason Momoa play the main man. Him as Aquaman was so miscast before that it had me crashing out. I was so pissed that he wasn't Lobo, and I guess thank you, James, for answering my prayers. But please don't make him lame. I need the cigar-smoking, chain-wielding, heaven and hell reject Lobo. Please let him be hunting Kara. Maybe that's what's gonna knock her into being a real hero. But then I'm reminded of my brain. Probably not. James the Cuck Gunn is overseeing this, and well, it's a movie in modern day Hollywood writing. So let's see. The world into believing nihilism and cynicism is the exact same thing as intelligence should be dragged out into the streets and have his nipples attached to a car battery and their junk and let the Bob Barker fixing treatment give them some meaning in their miserable lives. Seriously, why are we still doing this crap where we vilify doing the right thing and being a decent human being? I mean, between She-Hulk and this, I don't know which is worse. I mean, what's the point in calling any of these characters heroes if none of them have a decent bone in their bodies? And no, She-Hulk, your date last... Okay, I've been really struggling to summarize my final thoughts on this fuck-up of a trailer. So I'm just gonna do what James Gunn and his cohorts can't seem to do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. Just tell you what I really think. The point of a trailer is to entice you to want to watch it. It's basically a glorified ad. And this glorified ad, at least for me, fails. For a lot of people, their praise seems to be coming from how they feel this vibe is closer to Guardians of the Galaxy. For me, it feels like if Guardians of the Galaxy and Hancock had a love child. Better than his relationship with his current wife, but hey, that's just me. Judging by this thing on its own merits, I say this thing is a fuck-up. For a superhero movie, I have to ask, where's the superhero? Supergirl is not a Girl Scout, but she at least deals with her own problems and can actually rise to the occasion. This doesn't give me Supergirl. This gives me current Tara Reid or Twitch.energy.
We love hot mess.
And I cannot get into that. The visuals look like the entire team basically just stopped giving a shit. Probably they were scared of the impending Netflix overlords. Millie and Jason do their best, but to be honest with you, if good actors alone could save a movie, then Superman Returns would have been an Academy Award level movie in terms of success. The plot is apparently going to be an escort mission, just judging by what the trailer's given us, as well as its per shitty source material. And well, yay, who doesn't love escort missions? In terms of the plot, it looks like it's for people who 1. Don't care about Supergirl, 2. Don't know about Supergirl, or 3. Gay people and messed up white women and probably trans people who just want to see a girl do something flashy.
Yes.
Supergirl may not be a part of the Trinity, but she is to a degree known. And you can't exactly do what they did with the Guardians with her or what they did with the Eternals and just try to insert their own thing instead of just leaning into the character. By proxy of Superman, we kind of do get an idea of who she is and what she does normally when she's around him. And in these days of apathy and shitty comic book writing, I just ask myself, what's the point anymore? I mean, hey, if you like it, you like it. I can't judge you on that. All I can say is I can't get behind it because this thing should be, well, filled with morality and hope. And all I'm getting from this is morality as low as Bill Clinton when he enters Epstein's house. That spells doom for this movie in my opinion, and hey, some people seem to be catching on to that feeling. For somebody who's wearing the S symbol on her chest and is related to the Great Blue Boy Scout, this movie doesn't exactly inspire all that amount of hope. The fight scenes are probably going to be toned down to hell or mid because Lord knows, putting a woman in that comfortable position of losing, like while Superman was losing in his own movie, is probably going to get this movie written to high heaven and held by journalists and feminists. But you know what? I'm done. I'm done wasting my time on this thing. I've wasted enough of my time and enough of your time with this trailer. Moving on to James Gunn being an idiot again by claiming Batman is apparently boring. Next. Fuck, this video just doesn't want to end, I swear. Okay, this got added in because, dude, this made me do a double take, but it wasn't deep enough for a dedicated video. So I'm just gonna shove it in like Alyssa McConaughey wants to shove Hassan Piker into her adult diaper. I swear, this video is a fucking mess. Forgive me for trying to make this watchable. But, okay. Alright, James said some stupid shit, and like my title, I got something to say. Here's the quote.
Gunn responded, Batman has to have a reason for existing, right? So Batman can't just be, oh, we're making a Batman movie because Batman's the biggest character in all of Warner Brothers.
Okay, yes, Batman gets pipped out more than the women in Andrew Tate and Jack Doherty's lives, but lately it does seem to be because every man who feels abused by life think they're Joker, and way too many women see themselves as Harley Quinn and are desperate to throw their lives away from fucked up men. My question is, why is it always the women who are unreasonably hot? What was I talking about? Oh, right. Look, as much as I agree, Batman shouldn't be just used for the sake of just having him there. But that didn't stop you from inserting half the C-list Justice League members in your Superman movie. Lord knows Batman should be on the top of the fucking list if you wanted to add characters to a Superman movie. You can just align him and the rest of the league to just go up against the unified villain like the MCU did with Grimace after he decided to become an environmentalist with ISIS tendencies. The reason for existing is that they balance each other out and the universe in a whole. It's not rocket science, dude.
Which he is, but because there's a need for him in the DCU, and a need that he's not exactly the same as Matt's Batman.
Let me be real, Jimmy. Your DC is a shit show on par with this video, and it doesn't help that even in Marvel's racist and sexist MCU era, DC is still playing catch up. I'm a Marvel dude, and even I can admit DC should be making Marvel eat its ass like the Booty Warrior. Use the Twilight Man, and maybe Netflix won't ghost you like women ghost me.
But yet he's not a campy Batman. I'm not interested in that.
Cap.
I'm not interested in a funny campy Batman, really. So we're dealing with that. I think I have a way in, by the way. I think I really know what it's... I just am dealing with the writer to make sure that we can make it...
I get that Gunn doesn't like lawful good characters, but he could at least have done something to pretend like he had a viable plan. I think I have a way in. Lola Vice's great ass. Easy. Problem hits Gotham, and Batman thinks, ooh, I need help. I know, I'll ask the guy who can walk through the entire US military's arsenal like Bittersweet Symphony. And while they fight, Wonder Woman can just insert herself as like the Amazon's diplomacy and US's trump card. Fanfics have been doing multiple runs where they've been giving infinite reasons to lump the three of them together. Yet, Mr. I'm gonna create a character out of pot joke to introduce a love interest for Shaggy decides I can't do this because I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. Oh, fuck you. This guy. Just make a decent Batman movie, man. Our expectations at this point are as low as Chris Evans' career post-Endgame.
Wonder Woman, I think, is actually easier for me, because there haven't been so many infinite portrayals of Wonder Woman. Definitely not in movies, but really anywhere, that there have been of Batman, he said.
Batman barely has unique portrayals, man. He's been put up against Joker so many times, people probably think that the Clown, Bane, Scarecrow, Arnold Schwarzenegger doing bad ice puns, Jason Todd getting beaten by a crowbar and mommy issues, race swapping, and Penguin are the entirety of his rogue gallery. How about a Court of Owls movie since you also want to be using the most least likable Robin out of all of the Robins, or a more accurate portrayal of the Al Ghuls, especially the baby mama whose foreplay and family prep planning mirrors Bill Cosby's cocktail mixtures. Or Hugo Strange. How is it that the only adaptation of that lunatic is the Arkham game and James Gordon's origin TV show?
Every single Batman story has been told.
Every Batman story has been told? Yeah, if all his stories were Joker plots and death in the family stories. There are a shit ton of stories that can be made if you actually gave a shit, you hack.
It seems like half the comics that have come out of DC over the past 30 years have Batman in them. He's the most famous superhero in the world and the most popular superhero in the world. And people love him because he's interesting, but also having so much of him out there can also make him boring. So how do you create that property that's fun to watch?
I don't know, man. Write the character properly? Or, like if you just grave rob countless good stories of the guy that never got a decent adaptation. Just a thought. No, fuck it, that's enough of this. James Gunn was by far the worst person to head the new DCU because he's just not the kind of dude to write aspirational and inspirational heroes. He's the guy to write characters who can best be described as, seriously, this is all that's left? Well, fuck it, let's roll the dice and try not to die type of characters. Or the kind of people who were, passing grade is enough. His characters are like the lowest expectations characters. Not legends who are the gold standard. Not champions or, dare I say, heroes. Fuck it, moving on. Now, I heard about this whole controversial Christmas ad thing through the algorithm and the feeds, but I thought to myself at the time, wait a minute, didn't we already do this whole we're angry at McDonald's over an ad thing a few years back? And all that turned out to be just a stupid nothing burger? But then, my brother in Skippy and Ditsh tells me, oh no, it's not Japan this time, it's the Netherlands who've stepped in it. So, I told myself, fuck it, let's take a look. Then I tried looking for it, became a mission, and then I found this. If I'm wrong and this is not the correct ad, please let me know in the comments, and I'll try my best to look for one. Or even better, somebody autistic can just leave it in the comments and I can watch it there. But yeah, if that's the one, I can watch it and then properly react to that one too. So let's see what fresh hell this is, and why it got taken down so quick.
It's the most terrible time of the year. All the shops turn to mayhem, even Santa.
Okay. Yeah, that did bring a little chuckle out of me so far. Yeah, I mean, Christmas can realistically be a mess. But the Santa stuck in traffic bit was a bit too much for me. It's like too much hammering on a gag. But hey, let's take a look further. Whoa, wait, what the fuck is that? Is that an inflatable tree? Is that what the room outside? Wait, I mean, I know this is AI and that can create Lovecraftian what the fuck moments in the clip and all that, but is that what tossed them outside? We have inflatable trees now? Autistic viewers in the comments, help a retarded and high primate explain. Please, explain it to me. Help make me smarter. Explain this craziness to me.
Your place, it's the most terrible time of the year.
Ah, man. Yep, that feeling right there. That look, that thought that's going through that AI character's or AI victim's head. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I mean, they can't feel obviously because they're not real, but if this happened to a real person and all that, I can feel. I mean, that feeling that's probably going through that person's head if they were real, yeah, that was basically my 2024. And damn, does it feel good to watch it happen to somebody else. Even if it's a fake person.
The roast turned to charcoal and the cookies burned too. Freaking chaos, it feels like a zoo. It's the most terrible time of the year.
Looks like Christmas and SA to me. Down to the power outages. Lord, I pray ESCOM does not fuck up this year too.
And hide out in McDonald's till January's here.
Okay, what the fuck, McDonald's? I mean, yes, you captured a lot of what probably will go down, but they were supposed to be our proper rallying point. I mean, that end was just yikes. Yeah, I personally don't hate the ads since I can kind of resonate with the dysfunctional aspect of Christmas. I mean, when you're living in South Africa, dysfunction and Christmas go hand in hand. Pretty much like alcohol and South Africans go hand in hand. But yeah, it doesn't have the Christmas spirit. It just doesn't. I mean, what can I say? I'm not the best of taste, because my favorite Christmas movie is the Adam Sandler's animated movie 8 Crazy Nights. I mean, yeah, it's a Hanukkah movie technically, and well, I'm Catholic, so I shouldn't, but I do. I kind of resonate heavily with it. I vibe with it, and it's had me singing, I hate love, I hate you, I hate me, more times than I can count. And look, in all defensiveness of Adam Sandler movies, that movie does rally at the end and gives you the positive jollies, no matter how shitty the year has been. And for me, that's what's missing from this ad. Yes, I know it's AI, and I personally look down on corporations using AI, because Lord knows if anybody has the money to make ads and make all sorts of videos, it's them. And instead of casting people and making a real ad, they chose to go the AI route. But hey, cheaping out in corpos are synonymous as Western adaptations are synonymous with bowel movements. So I'm not going to harp on that aspect, the whole AI thing, because, well, everybody's harped on that to death. I am going to harp on, however, is the missing festive energy. Contrary to whatever nihilists may tell you, Christmas is a very nice and enjoyable holiday. It was enough to stop soldiers in World War I and II from killing each other, just at least long enough for a day. Regardless of your religious affiliation, I think we can all get behind the whole human spirit and peace on good earth. Unless you're Muslim, apparently. So that's what gets the proverbial thumbs down from me. The ad should have concluded with the joy of Christmas and the festive season before they went the obese route and ran to McDonald's, and ending with people only going to McDonald's after getting the feeling of love and joy of the holidays, rather than just going out to hide until January. I mean, this is Disney levels of cynical. Well, lately Disney levels of cynical. And that's not how this ape likes to walk away from Christmas-based media. So let's wrap this up. Well, gang, here we are, talking about Christmas before the day is even here. And we've had some laughs on this video, some crashing out, some dumb shit being said, some dumb shit being shown. Some things that, may have helped you look at some things differently. With Hollywood and big corpos shitting the bed again and again while trying to guilt us or FOMO us into watching or indulging in whatever crap they want us to indulge or watch, I get reminded of something Lindsay said on the TV show Angel. Heroes don't accept the world the way it is. They change it. The context being that the characters pointing out that the world is messed up and the villain's goal is to numb the heroes into a slow cooker of evil to get them in a state of absolute indifference and apathy, and then compromise them, corrupt them enough as they lead them into the darkness. And I think to myself, that may be the end game for a lot of the entertainment industry and government. Some people above board who are thinking ahead are probably thinking that way. And some are probably just not intentionally going that direction, just wanting their money now and just disappearing to go do whatever they want to do. But the end result is still the same. And have us all thinking, wow, when did the world get so shitty? As all this crap comes in and we're told to just accept product, accept entertainment, accept whatever they're telling us, well, the Chinese march in and take over. And just leave us in a state of complete arrested development. An egotistical director here, a corrupt showrunner over there, a shitty CEO over there, studio making back alley deals with insert government name here. The usual responses to these types of thoughts I have is that, man, it's not that deep. Or, dude, you are so high you are losing the plot. But hey, strange things have happened than a person in power being corrupt and evil and wanting to control how people think, do things, and just conduct themselves and rationalize. But you know what, maybe I'm wrong, and there is no big sinister plot. It's not like billionaires and the like have tap danced over the law that we thought would keep us safe, or governments would release dangerous repeat offenders into the public and letting them cause who knows what to further whatever agenda they have, or governments, insert name government here, letting trafficking go on and on and on and then just protect it while claiming they're chasing after it. or even trying to censor you when you bring up any of your problems and claiming it's for the kids and all that. Looking at you, UK. Damn. And anyway, I've depressed you enough. But before I go, I was talking to Ditch and he brought up the name Harambean Smoker as a potential name for my character. Or the show itself. And I was thinking it's a good name. And I would like to use it on something. So what do you guys think about changing the channel name from A Girl's Perspective to Harambean Smoker Productions, or changing the name BroJ to Harambean Smoker? If any of you even care, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. And if I don't see you till then, Merry Christmas and deuces.